Welcome back to you for another yummy update, friends. So we're waiting and waiting and waiting for REKTEMBER to begin. We're waiting for the Russell 2000 to go and poke through its all-time highs. Stocks, the S&P 500 itself is soaring, which is very interesting for everyone because I heard a recession was coming. But let me tell you something now, friends. When the S&P 500, when it makes a new high, okay, it doesn't go into a recession straight away. That was a super unique black swan. That was zombie virus. What it usually does is, if it's going to go into recession, it goes down, all right, for 3 months first, and then there's a lower high, and it scams everybody. Sometimes some of the high breaks it, or then it rolls again. This period is about 6 months. Do you want to know how I know this? Because back when I first started trading, I remember I spent one weekend just looking through the S&P 500, trying to look through patterns and stuff, because there's no information and stuff back then, right? There was definitely nobody who pegs his own nipples on the internet to actually help me with this. And I was going through and I was trying to find patterns, and I noticed this pattern after a very, very long time. You know, I remember there's like an older gentleman there. He's like the ancient Zen Buddha master. He'd always tell me the S&P 500 just keeps going up. And I didn't understand why. I didn't understand what the hell was going on until obviously now I know why. But back then, and I was trying to find out, hey, if it keeps going up, like when can I predict it going down? And then like I noticed this, how painful it was. Like even when it does go down, when it makes these highs, you still can have 6 months. 6 months, like man, it means basically every time S&P 500 makes a high, yeah, before like it's all over, it could be like 6 months, man. That's gosh, see, that's a long time, man. That's why when S&P 500 booms up like that, friends, you can't be standing in front of the train and being a soy boy bear cuck. There's been a lot of discussion about whether or not the 4-year cycle is still on. I'm sticking to my guns, okay? I'm holding my guns. I'm holding my nuts. I am a squirrel. Hold my own nuts. This is the OTHERS-BTC ratio. Yeah, it's gone down instead of up this year. I'm still holding. I think it's going to get better. I'm just hoping as well, once again, just hope that alt season wave 1 happens here. Everyone thinks it's over, and I still hold, and then we actually get some price discovery on it, because it just feels like there's going to be a double bubble alt season. What's going on in the land of PulseChain, friends? So we had some breaking news that you haven't seen earlier. The PulseChain, the marketing gifts have actually gone through, which is beautiful to see. Here's a picture. It is in the House of Wares. They're, I guess, rumored that they're going to be sent out, like, you know, and they're just going to keep getting sent out to all the addresses throughout next year. Which addresses, I don't know, but I'm guessing that they're targeting high net worth individual suburbs. Don't know where it is. Not burbs, suburbs, okay? So somewhere in America, probably high net worth kind of areas. And mail gifts and stuff like that, they have a very high response rate, very high. It's something like, I forgot how much. I think it's like 1 to 5%, which is enormous, okay? Or maybe 5 to 10%. And you might say, why doesn't anybody do it? It's because you have to physically deliver stuff, and there's less quantity of people. You know, you can't do a million people. You got to do like, you know, 10,000 if you're just going to do like, you know, letterboxing or whatever. That's why. So but you get more quality responses, right? So this is a picture of it. What's it going to be? And you got some non-family friendly words, which I don't want to say here. LED. Is it a plug for, I don't know, your belly button or your ear? Okay. Or the socket in the wall? Is it a cucumber of sorts or an eggplant? Is it a heart pacemaker? Okay. Personally, I'd send a fart in a jar because they're pretty rare. I know Andre's going to love that one. What do you think it's going to be? Hopefully it's something memorable. Now, what's going on with everything in the land of PulseChain? Friends, here's the thing, okay? I'm not going to go and join consensus under any circumstances, okay? Friends, I don't care, okay? Consensus to me, okay? Have you ever been to like a football match or a sports match, friends? Have you tried to go to hang a wee-wee after the match? I can't hang a wee-wee. There's 50,000 dudes, elbow to elbow. Everyone's flopping their willies out, just wee-weeing everywhere. It's very uncomfortable. Sometimes there's like, you know, just like someone's 12-year-old son out there. It's just too many willies around. Okay, I just can't. Okay, well, that is consensus. Consensus is, let's all go hang a wee-wee at the same time. Don't worry, only our elbows are touching, nothing else. Okay? It's not for me. And good luck at the cubicles, by the way. There's only 2 cubicles at work. One of them literally looks like Israel and Palestine. Just finished there, if you know what I mean. So, this is consensus trades, okay? You don't get anywhere there, all right? CoinTelegraph are literally euphoric. Soy! Over a 2.5% soy move. I don't care, dude. Stay there. Stay there. I've got some breaking insider news, though, for you. For PulseChain. Do you remember the BetterWank exploiter? So BetterWank is an RV3 clone put on PulseChain. I believe it's orchestrated FUD because on the rumored date of 238, 23rd of August, instead of something good happening, that day got exploited. Okay? And they stole $1 billion pDAI and then they dropped down and they painted the PulseChain logo on the chart, which I'm actually going to show you now. You guys, no, Sammy, no, that can't be true, Sammy. No, there's absolutely no truth that it happened. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? What's that? Huh? What's that? What's that? It's literally the PulseChain logo. It's literally... I wonder who that could have been. I wonder who that could have been. Oh, it's probably Mr. Freedom. Maybe Decentralize Me. Could have been them. Could have been Chris 1000X. Could have been someone in my Telegram. Could have been Sam. Could have been Samantha Butler. Could have been the icy dude from the Telegram admins. Could have been them, yeah. Yeah. Could have been Mr. Cash Money. Just slapping around hundreds of millions of pDAI to paint this chart. I wonder who it is. Who is it, friends? Like Bob Ross. Gently painting. All your worries are going away. Just paint, paint, paint. I wonder who it is. Bob Ross or Bob Hart? I marked the chart here, so in case we lose the data for it later on. Think it's a coincidence? Yeah, could be a coincidence, friends. It could be. Check out the comments. Mr. Nove, nice catch. Grand Inquisitor, what if, gentlemen, what if pDAI is the defibrillator PulseChain desperately needed? Huh. Interesting. Wow. That's a pulse and a half, isn't it? I wonder. Now, I'm actually going to show you something else, friends. So, before I even go, there's LibertySwap Finance stuff. So, actually, let's go through that first. So, LibertySwap Finance have come out and they've made this post. And I covered it for you yesterday already. It feels like Richard Hart's typed the post. It really does. It feels like Richard Hart actually himself typed the post. I think that's PSYOP, right? Yes, we've gone from PSYOP to PSYOP within a PSYOP. I think what's happened is, with me getting skits nature because of BetterWank and the exploiter, I've basically, friends, what I've done is I've drawn both weapons and I've gone, everybody hands up! Everybody! You ever seen that Office episode, friends? Everyone just pointing the guns at each other. I'm like, everybody's a threat. Everyone's a threat. Okay? Everyone's a threat. Take your pants off. Take your second pants off and turn around. I can see what you had for dinner. You don't wipe properly. That's exactly what's going on in crypto, okay? That's what's happening in PulseChain. Because you connect to the wrong thing, you've lost all your money in 2 seconds, okay? Your coins are precious. Don't connect to any third-party websites. Do not pick up pennies in front of a freight train. Don't pick up pennies in front of a bus. Don't pick up pennies in a freaking in a shower with 15 other dudes. Don't pick up pennies for any reason, okay? Leave them there. Asymmetric downside is how you get wrecked in crypto, okay? Learn from Richard Hart. Richard Hart did not stake the 166,000 Ethereum. He left it in spot Ethereum. Why? Because he doesn't want to risk 100 units to only make 3, which is the 3% yield every year on Ethereum. Okay? If you keep taking bets like that, it's too risky, friends. You'll eventually get done one day. All right? PulseChain LibertySwap to me is not a real boss. It's a PSYOPs boss, okay? The game creators drop them in 65% of the game to make you think this is it. So there are many video games you'll play, friends, where you think someone has a final boss or a boss of sorts, and then you try to kill them and their HP will like stop at 10% and the game will fade. You don't actually kill them. And they go, ha ha ha, I'm not actually the final boss. I'm actually working with you all along. You have now completed my test. And then you all work together, right? Maybe you join forces. Maybe they'll tell you who the real boss is later on. Something will happen. Stay tuned to find out more. PulseChain, pDAI, glory is coming soon. PulseChain, LibertySwap. So, you gotta understand, friends, we're in a tough situation because, I don't know, actually, we don't know who runs it. Yeah, it works. Nothing's going bad now. That's why I'm just saying, I've got the guns out everywhere. I'm like, you're all threats to me now. And that's it, friends. If you want to... look, it's like if you have a village, let's say the village kept getting attacked, yeah, by gremlins and trolls and soy drinking bears and Jane Street Capital, just basically all the soy boys and winter mutes and their little little midget warriors to you, right? This village is getting attacked from everywhere, okay? And then you go on a mercenary hunt, you go deep into the caves, you want to find these like strong mercenary cavemen themselves who will protect your village, okay? But you hire them, they're the top of the top of the top. They are strong, they are warriors, they are paranoid, okay? When they're watching the village, okay, when they hear like some of the bushes move, right, they're not going to be sitting there on their Game Boys saying, oh, golly gee, you know, golly gee, is that bush moving over there? Let me continue playing with my Game Boy. They're not going to do that, friends. What they're going to do, they're going to draw their spoons and they're going to go stab the bush. That's what they're going to do, man. That's what you hire them to do. Okay, if you're building a chain to protect everyone from exploits, unsafe third-party stuff that requires trust and all these other dangerous things that can be broken, okay, this is just how it has to go, okay? If you rely on all these third-party things, okay, it has a high chance of ending in disaster. That's why, like, my peak schizoness, but it's real, okay? This is real, friends. It is possible one day in crypto, and actually, friends, I'm not even joking. I almost guarantee one day we're going to see this. You know, there's all these chains. Everyone's got a stable coin everywhere, and they're bridging and moving them around. I think one day, one of the chains, something's going to blow up. Something's going to blow up. Something's going to get hacked. And the bridge... Okay, so there's like, this how coins move, friends. They don't actually move, okay? You go to a bridge, it locks up your token, and then it mints you the token on the other side. You don't actually have that token over there. You've got a representation of that. So if someone burns the bridge, you are trapped on the chain with paper trash that you can't get out, okay? Because the hacker has stolen everything from the bridge. We've actually seen hacks like that. We've seen hundreds of millions of dollars. Hacks have actually happened like that. So one day that could get really bad, where it's all these stable coins and something gets blown up because someone finds an exploit or whatever, and everything gets destroyed. That's why the power of a natively decentralized stable coin is very powerful, okay? It's not paper trading around on PulseChain. It's our own one, okay? It's better than if Circle or Tether came into the chain and minted it themselves, okay? Because you rely on them. They can still blacklist everybody on the chain, yeah? Do you see the power now? If you don't see the power, I get it. Move to the side, because there are plenty of new people who don't drink soy latte. They get a large skim cap, okay? Or a large mocha, or a large flat white, whatever, just anything but a soy latte, okay? They are here and they're ready to believe in something. I've also got to show you this interesting post as well, friends. So ZachXBT, he's come out and he said he's no longer going to help XRP chain investors. He said it's an exit liquidity coin for Ripple insiders dumping. So he goes, look, Ripple holders provide nothing of value to the industry except exit liquidity for insiders, and thus they are not worth supporting. Likewise with Cardano, PulseChain, Hedera, which is funny. Very, very funny. So seeing all these tokens here and these chains, I want to throw this out here for you, because if you're new, this is a good lesson for you. They're all still going up. Okay? They're all still going up. Just let you know, friends, everything's got insiders. Everything's got insiders. You are trying to bet, though, that the insiders don't want to cash out in 2 seconds. You want them to cash out over a long time, which means they're kind of not like benevolent insiders. They're like, want to help everything grow. Yeah. Friends, Bitcoin had insiders. Yeah. Richard Hart was an insider. He got to double click a .exe file and mint like thousands of Bitcoin. You're pretty much, you're an insider to me. You knew about the website. I didn't. There you go. Then you might say, oh, but it was fair. But you see what I mean? So more network effect pumps are coming later on. Double bubble old season. Let's go, baby. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.